Hey, what's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here. This is going to be a question video for you guys. Yeah, my chair's right here because I've been jamming away with my effects pedals over here. But yeah, I just moved the chair to face this side because I've been playing earlier. And this chair's really annoyingly squeaky. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to ask you guys this question that is really different to the videos of favorite albums from different artists. So, who is your favorite guitarist of all time? Now, over the years I do love listening to metal, but since my music taste changed into a lot of rock, blues, soul, jazz, funk, all that stuff, there has to be a decision to pick who is the definitive guitarist for me. And let me know who's your favorite guitarist in the comments below. You could mention a few, but who is your top favorite guitarist? Now, I do love guitarists like Tony Iommi, Frank Zappa, David Gilmour, Bob Dylan, John Lennon, Neil Young, Paul Simon, Donovan, and Angus Young. You know, there's just tons, and I mean tons of different guitarists that I love from mainly the rock and metal genre, but from other genres as well. So, the guitarist for me that I have decided to choose as my all-time favorite has to be the one and the only Jimi Hendrix. And I know some of you guys might be thinking that Jimi is an overrated guitarist. Well, I truly respect your opinion. Well, Hendrix as a guitarist had to be one of the most popular and recognizable musicians in the history of popular music. And, you know, it can be really biased to think that Hendrix is the greatest, but you know the obvious reasons why. I mean, I do love a lot of things that Hendrix did as a guitarist. For examples like soloing with his teeth, his stage presence, and his technicality, and, you know, as a frontman to communicate and work with not only the Jimi Hendrix experience, but with other musicians, including Buddy Miles and Billy Cox, with Hendrix for the brief era of the Band of Gypsies. And I do love his skill as a guitarist. He just does a lot of things that no other guitarist can really do. Well, like Frank Zappa, but Hendrix was the first one in my own eyes. And it's just tremendous, even though I don't think he's as amazing as he did in the studio. But my favorite live album from Jimi Hendrix has to be Band of Gypsies. This is the version that I love the most than the other version of Band of Gypsies, you know, the Fillmore East 2 CD version. I think this one is better. So, from what I've said, can be just too obvious why Hendrix is my favorite, but you'll just agree from what I've just said. If you want to say more, if you think Hendrix is the greatest of all time, you can type many more reasons why you think Hendrix is the greatest, or one of the greatest. So you can drop all of that down in the comments below. So, you know, out of all of the guitar playing and artist listenings that I've been blasting away recently, I've been always thinking about Jimi Hendrix as a musician as well, not just a guitarist, but as a musician. For examples like my review on Electric Ladyland, and just my big interest of guitar effects, you know, the wah-wah pedal and my compressor, all that stuff. And the way that Hendrix used his guitar effects for his music is just out of this world. I know it's just really simple that any guitarist will just use the effects for soloing and for presenting some excitement, all that stuff, but the way Hendrix did it is something really more different, and you know, it's just insane. So that's pretty much all I've got to say. I know this is quite a long video, but Jimi Hendrix is the one for me as the greatest guitarist of all time. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted in the near future.